Hello. Hey guys, Trixie. You know what the fuck's up? So let's get into it. Let's see if I can get this to capture properly. I'm gonna bring the audio up on this, and you guys are gonna tell me if it's too loud. Okay, that is too loud, so I'm gonna bring that down. Okay, yeah, lower. There we go. Here we go. I'm trying to get this to balance out. There we go. Okay, good. Got it. Welcome aboard. So, I was watching, I can't remember what YouTuber it was, but you guys will find it out. I was looking at it earlier this week, and looking at Pyrocynical's old, Hunt Down the Refund videos, stuff about Hunt Down the Freeman, and, I found a video that said Hunt Down the Freeman now that it's been improved, because, Mesa and a few other people basically got access to the build after Burke and Denizarian basically abandoned it, and he's basically the main reason that this project went to shit in the first place. I don't really I have nothing but genuine respect for everyone else on the team that really tried to make something of this. Really, Burke and Denizarian, who unfortunately works at Activision now, really was kind of a piece of shit and is the main reason Hunt Down the Freeman failed in the first place. It was a flawed concept in the beginning anyways, but making a $25 game that claimed to have Valve's blessing when Black Mesa was a $20 thing that started as a lovely free mod that became payware when Zen came, Black Mesa has a reason to justification for being on Steam and being paid for the sheer amount of work and dedication that team has been doing for 25 years. Technically a little less, but you get what I mean. Hunt Down the Freeman is known as, this is on the OWF development build, which you're only going to get access. There are other builds you can get, and technically the public builds, and the game is really a lot better than what it was before, at least from what I've seen and experienced. For those who are wondering, before I came out as trans and before I started VTubing, in between fall 2018 and the New Year's Eve of 2020, I did a playthrough of Hunt Down the Freeman, both on my laptop while I was in my cafeteria in my college and at my apartment that I was at while I was still in college. So this was community college, by the way. So that's my only surviving Let's Play. So what the game looked like then versus compared to what it is now is pretty different. I've only played through the tutorial, but we will play through it just so I can showcase what's different. If you want to get access to the OWF development build, you can donate $1 a week. Sorry, not $1 a week, $1 a month to the Hunt Down the Freeman Patreon, which will be Mesa M3SA. He's one of the few people that continued updating the game after it was abandoned by Real Rudius Entertainment. He and a lot of other people are working on improving this game to be what it should have been all along. So if you donate $1, link your Discord account to Patreon, and then in the channel of the Hunt Down the Freeman Discord, authorize your Steam account through there, you can get access to this build. And try all this stuff. This is the nightly build, which is updated, I believe, weekly. So, give it a shot. But we're going to go try this out for the first time. I've already been through the tutorial, but you guys haven't, so we're going to start there. And go through as much as I can, because I have to work in approximately 12 hours. So, we're going to have a fun for about 2 hours on this stream and see where it goes. Alright, let me update the restream chat. Why the fuck is that not in front of... Hold on. Where did my restream chat go? Why is that not hanging out front? That's down here. Ignore this. The way things look borked right now. The way the game loads is kind of weird. It kind of minimizes itself while loading. So I'm actually having to use the Windows 7 peek feature to view it. But you'll see it in a minute. I can confirm it's loading. I don't know what this looks like on stream, by the way. I do not know what's happening when it does that. Oh, it actually does show the proper way. Okay. So I'm gonna close down Firefox for now. And I'm just gonna wait for it to load on my end. I should also mention this unfortunately minimized OBS, so I can't even keep record of anything besides my avatar. It shows at least someone's watching, but that might have been the glitch with me overseeing my stream, so. I know that these are weird times. I'm gonna start making it a habit that even though no one that is a fan of me, which is in North America, is normally up at these times, this is about gonna be the most common time that I'm gonna start streaming is after midnight, dead early in the morning, because that's the only time I'm able to do it. Because the alternative is stream during the day before work, and that means I'm on a time limit before I have to end the stream and go clock into work, and that's no fun. I don't like working on a deadline. I like working knowing that I can end the stream whenever the hell I want. I should mention I have, well, with the exception of going to Booth Memorial, for the next 2 months, technically I have every, Saturday evening off. Well, I shouldn't say that. Every other Sunday, I'm probably going to resort to streaming, so... Basically, every other week kind of stream. I know that's not much, but that's still... If I do that consistently, that's still a good number of streams, so... We're going to wait for this to load. There it goes. Okay, so he actually gave a whole speech, but it doesn't load the way you think it does, so that's why it looks a little bit, Oh, OBS moved all the way down there. That should not have happened. Hold on, I have to hide my taskbar for a moment. There it goes. Move OBS up. Now go to my settings for start all back and move the taskbar to the bottom again. Thank you. God, that was annoying. There we go. Anyways, so there was a whole little speech, but I can try and reload that again, but I don't think it would be advised if I try. I could try one more. Oh, let me try one more time. But it might not load exactly the way I want. Oreo. There it goes. Now we can see it load properly. There we go.
My name is Senior Drill Instructor George L. Garrison. First and last word I want to hear from your filthy mouths is sir. Do you maggots understand? Yes, sir! From now on, you will not speak until spoken to. You will not piss until told to do so.
Told to do so.
Understand? Yes, sir! Wait a minute. You. What's your name, scumbag? Wait. Don't say it. I will call you Dirtbag. Well, Private Dirtbag, today is your lucky day. Sergeant Mitchell is looking for a recruit in his hazardous environment combat unit. He signed you up with training. Go report to your HECU training.
I do already like this already, because it was originally supposed to be Mitchell himself getting training, which didn't make sense. Why would you be doing HECU training as a sergeant before yeah, I think the idea is that, yeah, because Mitchell is a sergeant, so he wouldn't be doing training like a week before this happens. So I believe what the person you're supposed to be playing as in the tutorial is Corporal Adrian Shepard, who did get training for like this, for the advanced training shit, before going into Black Mesa, because he was still only a corporal. He'd only just become a corporal recently, I believe, following what I know from the opposing force manual. So it makes more sense here that you're not playing as Mitchell for the tutorial, you're playing as just some random grunt. I think it's supposed to be Adrian, because he got Birkin, shoehorned him into one of the fucking alternate endings. And that, you're Mitchell, it's Mitchell Shepard, but,
From Texas, don't you?
Now, if you were to walk the bathrooms, he does actually have lines for that.
Listen to me and I will teach you. At the end of the day, I will make you eat metal and shit victory.
It's
What the fuck, Private Dirtbag? You have to pee now? Are you eyeballing me, boy?
I do like that.
What's your excuse? You look like a 6-foot-tall pile of shit.
The rooms themselves already just look better. Notice there's actual prompts, because there wasn't proper prompts. Like, there were a little bit in, like, 2018 when things got better, but nothing compared to what it is now.
Use key. All right, Private. You have to prove you're capable of doing what's necessary to complete the mission. You have to not just run and shoot, but know how to use your environment. Enough talking. You shall start. Move on, soldier.
So it's going to start just like the Half-Life training thing, but not, but a little ambiguous, so you actually kind of have to know what you're doing. There we go.
Nice shot, Private. You hurt his feelings.
You can tell it's kind of like a rundown army base. It's kind of nice.
Crouch, soldier. Prone, soldier.
And prone, they actually tell you prone when it's actually useful.
Jump, soldier.
So you can do you can do parkour without having to holster things. As it says, it's optional, which is nice.
Try not to trip and fall when you're going through this. Are you calling this a jump? Jesus H. Christ.
So yeah, I do want to show that there is a unique way to actually want to do this instead of just wall humping like you were before.
Is that all you got? My grandmother can do better.
So if you don't do it the right way, you'll just face plant. So, and then you do that. So that's just an example of what happens if you think you're doing the wall humping shit the way it was during like the early days of HDTF. That doesn't work here, as you can see. Hit space, bring up, and then this is a thing you couldn't do before. Hold control. You couldn't do a roll to fall, which is.
You're not dead. Get some health and patch yourself up.
And health actually works the way it fucking should. But I have 100 health, so it doesn't matter. Also, the inventory system's a lot nicer now, instead of just being really ambiguous. There you go. Hey. Just for proof. 1, 2, 3. See? You actually can cook it and there's audible sounds, which is nice now. I do love the new M16 animations. My favorite weapon in most games.
Good job, Private.
Holstering at least has a better justification now, because that actually increases movement speed. And then this is where you can fuck with most of the main weapons in the game. For the most part. That and recoil feels properly controllable for depending on what weapon you have. Don't expect anything like extremely variable stuff like what Black Ops brought to the table, but you get what I'm saying. There you go. And the shotgun's way better than it was before, where it was really just bad. But as you can see, it gets rid of the syndrome of shotguns only work at like 25 feet. Like, no, it behaves more like what a shotgun actually should, where the pellets actually carry considerable distance. Remind you, no more double shooting, so... This gives you a lot of the weapons you have depending on what region, what chapter you're in. So Adams L96A1 is in here, which is still... was never a bad model. I think it was one of the better models besides the M16. That, and even though it's still that, the movement speed is still... While it still slows down, it's a lot better than it was, because even Pyrocynical was complaining, saying, you know, when you do it like this, you're basically fucked. But now it gives you enough control to actually really snipe something. You have proper consumables. You don't have tools yet. And you do have... The Scorpion is actually a lot better than what it was before. Now, while this is technically a more low recoil thing, at least like in certain things, the grip doesn't make it amazing, so it's kind of more justified in why it is the way it is. And the M1911, they did actually overwrite all the game assets now, so you won't hear the USP match reload sound anymore when doing this. Here, I gotta move this so I'm in frame while my chat is over here, so I can see my sexy fucking body. There we go. God, aren't I just beautiful? There we go. Okay, now I can track what's going on stream. So the M1911 actually is better now. And yes, everything does have an empty and mid reload. So you can tack reload everything. I didn't show that for this. And the revolver, while not the best model for what it is it feels better. And it's no longer a speed loader. Oh, and the MP5. No silencer, so it's not an MP5 SD. The AK never really had anything wrong with it, but it's better now. And the TMP. The Starter TMP at least feels more controllable and, like, just better to use overall in this. Oh, and night vision isn't as shit now. You pick it up, but it actually is a one-time thing instead of having to manually equip it like a weapon. There is also an auto crouch jump option. And notice, see, even I remember Pyrocynical talking about this a lot, that the pipe animation took fucking years, which it did in the original game. Now it's a lot better. What we want to do here is this. And move your night vision. And it's a very simple tutorial, but it does show you what you need, basically. It doesn't get you into tools in Melee, but again, this is the tutorial just to get you through the basics. The rest is kind of through the game. Melee should be pretty obvious if you've played a game like this before. And no offense, even when done the free mission every someone's first experience with a Half-Life game, you should at least play the original Half-Life, which gives you every fucking thing you need to know. Royal Rudius. I believe the cutscenes are still the same right now. They're working on trying to find the maps to redo them. So then the game still got a weird story. I follow you. Love, Emmy. 555. Thank you. Things are going alright today. I am there. Thank you, Emmy. Mitchell or Adrian. Oh, fucking. Fuck you, Birkin. Prologue. See, at least here it makes sense when you pick this shit up. You still have to go back to pick up your knife, but at least it kind of makes sense. Then the knife feels a lot better to use.
Bravo team, do you copy? This is Sergeant Mitchell, do you copy?
This is Bravo team, we're hearing a lot of clear, Sergeant. What is your situation?
We lost Team Charlie. They wiped out everyone. What's your location?
Sector Z, over.
Anything about this Freeman guy?
Negative.
Copy. I'm coming back, boys.
It feels a lot better. Even the lighting is just better, well adjusted right now, and that's really a core thing that was an issue here. Now, you don't have the powered combat vest that Shepard has, that Adrian Shepard has, but you know, at least here you can kind of justify not having that. See, and at least it justifies you having weapons because there was stuff laying around. It just, the lighting itself feels more akin to Black Mesa, and I feel like that's a really just excellent thing right there. Or just even the simple fact that when I looked at something just now, the weapon went down, which is a thing that should have happened originally and didn't. Yeah, see, that alone is good. There's a lot better just signposting in general about the level, and that's what I think is... Even the reflectiveness, at least it feels justified here, because this has only been a couple hours. It's hard to say how many hours into the Black Mesa disaster we are at that Mitchell's in here. And it's hard to say if technically... we know at least he mentions Freeman, so as far as we're concerned in this, his goal was to actually kill Freeman. So he got his orders unlike... he got his orders unlike Adrian. That's right, there's no night vision, because they're supposed to have night vision instead of a flashlight, which makes sense.
Mitchell, Bravo Actual's KIA. I'm taking command. Get your ass over here now and open these doors. We're locked out from our side. Over.
Again, this is still a development build, so when it looks like this, at least you understand why. And see, while some of the map has been unchanged, it still at least feels a little bit more justified in why it looks the way it does. How's your stream going? Are you there? Sorry, my mic is in the way of the stream. I'm there. How's your day in stream going? Stream's going decently for what it is. Thank you for the follow. Work has kind of actually been good so far. I just have to do tomorrow, and then I have 2 days off, so... Well, that made that active, and that triggered that. I need to get to that one. Oh, right, you need 3. So that is good signposting, that it has a proper,
Mitchell, where the hell are you? Freeman is here.
Must be one more thing that I wasn't signposting? There we go. There we go.
dead.
It's more impactful that you can actually hear them saying, fuck, he's here. It makes it more justified in everyone being slain and wondering, well, what the fuck happened here? And while it's still such a weird level, it's hard to. It's really ambiguous as to. Black Mesa had a lot of different research divisions, so it makes more sense as to why this looks like this. And even though that's the way you would go, at least you don't feel as bad looking at what's going on here. It could very well be that maybe there wasn't a lab going on this day, and that's why everyone was looking around. As to why there's room down here, you could have work equipment, things processing, at least as a justification. It feels more alive, even though it's an empty level, but there's blood. You know, there's at least justification for why everything is the way it is. Oh. The cutscenes are still old. That's good.
Whatever it takes, whoever it takes, however long it takes before I die, I will fucking kill you.
Also, if anyone wants me to move over at points to be able to see what the HUD elements look like, please let me know and I will move. Because I know the health is behind me. Also, even though I don't know if they really get the main character Mitchell's voice actor, I do know that the guy who does the voices for the G-Man did redo his lines to fix the whole Black Mesa thing. I think trying to teleport is better.
Sergeant Mitchell in the flesh, or rather, his remains. I do have to admit, I'm impressed that you made it back alive from Black Mesa, even if it wasn't our intention to begin with. Yet you're still here. You should have just died there, but here you are. You've proven yourself a man of rare conviction. But even this does not impress me as much as the words you speak. Whatever it takes, whoever it takes, however long it takes, before I die, I will kill you. Is that right? Well, you see, Mr. Mitchell, we cannot let you kill Dr. Freeman yet. They authorize me to offer you a deal. You will be rewarded with authority, power, and time. The only payment we ask when the time comes. Keep your promise, Mr. Mitchell. In the meantime, this is where I get off.
I feel like this cutscene was remastered.
Shit. I'm losing too much blood. I need to patch myself up.
Now, I should say at the very least, there should be a smooth transition there. I bet they're still working on that, and it's just not. It might be like in the final one, I just don't know yet. Another thing, your movement speed is limited in this deliberately, and So you kind of have, it's kind of like ice physics, but it's meant to justify that you are literally. See, instead of cheeky medkit boy, you actually get a fucking medkit now that makes you heal. And in there, gave you your weapons. And we're at least being shelled, so at least it makes sense. You'll notice, at the very least, people have been slaughtered, and some of this is going to make me throw up, so I can't look at it the same way. That people are mutating. But at least there's a justification for things falling apart the way that they are. These kind of zombie models are actually good enough for me to describe in a way that that actually would give me nightmares of looking at them too long. So I actually have to give them credit, because modeling wise, that's give my ADDS nightmares is not something that you normally want, but it means you've made something genuinely horrifying.
Shit.
There's at least a justification under there for you to at least look for goodies. I'm gonna try and avoid tack reloading as much as possible unless absolutely necessary. But this at least feels more justification that there's some urgency, that things are going wrong. I should mention that if you want to get a better look at these zombies, do not go to my stream for that, because if I get too close, it genuinely will be stuck in my mind for about 3 months, and I will have panic attacks at work for like the next 6.5 months. Cannot do that. So I'm glad I'm killing them at a distance. That whole roof piece collided. And while some people would say, well, there isn't as much of an incentive for you to do anything, for you to not hip fire, I would argue at least iron sighting at least gives you a surefire thing that your bullets aren't going to slightly miss, and that's really important. There's always a chance in hip firing that you might just have part of your crosshair on there, and congratulations, dip ass, now you're not. But if I want to go for headshots, I would prefer this way, because it's just more satisfying. See, and it's proof, like, we're actually going through, like, a justifiable hospital, like, things actually feel like kind of put together, and that's important.
This is the U.S. National Army. My name is Corporal Brad. Everyone who is in the Albuquerque hospital, head to the main exit on the first floor for rescue. Everyone who hears me, run to the first floor.
This is my chance. I better move.
And notice how that's at least justified in being a crouch jump as opposed to a fucking prone, which didn't make an ounce of sense. And like, you can actually see it's justified, like, this place is actually falling apart, whereas it fucking wasn't before. You see, there's at least water, and it showcases shit's going. Like, it's still in development, but like, at least you can very much for the beginning. I still got it. Okay. The elevator is still functional, which is the part that's amazing. Do you actually come to the stream? Because I might follow you. And we're losing the elevator, which is actually kind of important. See, it actually fell apart, which is nice. And I can kind of appreciate the cutscene transition that we don't have to see it fall. Because it's a very difficult thing to script. Oh, we don't have a pistol right now, so... There's actual zombies coming from everywhere. There's actually like a sense of urgency here, because I genuinely don't have a fucking weapon. Oh, right there. No. Perfect. At least it feels different. There we go. At least it makes sense now. Better sounds.
You all right? I'm fine, thanks.
An HECU? What are Special Forces doing here?
I was about to ask the same question. National Guards?
Anyways, are you alone? Is there anyone else with you?
Negative. It's just me. What the hell is going on out there?
There is no easy way to put it, but as far as we know, we're under an alien invasion. Those things are targeting mainly military bases. It's been just 2 hours. First one big portal appeared, then 10, then 100. The best thing is to get the hell away from them.
What about the army?
There's no more army. No more military. We're the only ones left. Listen to me. We're gathering on the metro station on Brandon Street. If you can make it there, find Colonel Q. Tell him Nick sent you. Take this radio and map with the station marked on it. Use it. Good luck to you.
Mitchell.
Godspeed, Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell. Welcome to Albuquerque.
I don't know why. As goofy as a cutscene as that can be, I feel like at least it gets enough of the story across that's important. Again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record. To the people who did SFM, or to anyone who was able to do things without Birkin completely fucking it up, it feels like there was at least a decent justification for sure. Holy shit, that's actually really cool. A new cutscene from scratch.
What the fuck?
Those are new cutscenes. You don't have a pistol yet, so... That's actually really good. Oh, the synths! Look at the synths were the first things to invade! We didn't have the transhuman military yet. So there would be no regular Metro police or anything. We wouldn't even have cremators. And Combine Guards would still be technically a thing, but really we only had the synths were the first things to invade. Because there was no... We're only in hour 2, so there was no puppet government yet. So there's already consistencies that are better than what there was before. This whole map looks so much better than it did before. I feel like at least you can't make it over here because there's nothing. We're not making it through that. But at least you know eventually, hey, I need to go over this way.
Wait, this is my knife. What the hell?
First example of G-Man really interfering. First time we've seen mutated zombies. Well, not the first time, but the first time we've seen them outside of Black Mesa. Plus, the knife was back here, and then you had to run on the way back. I imagine that's not what happens now. It's all boarded up, so at least it's kind of a signpost that you need to... Oh no, you actually leave right here. And you pick up weapons. That's really good, actually. That happens right out of the gate. That's actually really wonderful. Instead of having to run all the way back, like the Snaker pointed out. Wow, it actually does look like there's like a genuine threat now. And we're still just like a nobody, so fighting off shit at least kind of makes some sense. Hearing the squad needs help is crazy. Oh, Jesus. There we go. We actually have a weapon now, and it's not the M16. I bet our position will be compromised, and that's when we have to run. Ooh, better cover system. Clever. Sending in the drones first. No. Fuck! That at least makes sense, though. Nitro hill to die on. What the fuck? This is back rooms. I'm still hearing shit. This have a random shit. I'm worried the monster from the original back rooms is gonna come out. Hearing the neon lights. I think there's an actual path to it, and I'm just not thinking about it. What the? Oh god. When you try to run, at least it makes sense when you're getting overwhelmed. When you run up the hill, it puts you in, like, G-Man's Where's our money, Birkin? Oh, that's so much cooler. It actually makes sense as to why you run away, because you could technically run back. If you really wanted to. It makes sense as to why you'd actually want to run now. Oh, and these guys got overwhelmed. Fuck. You know what, at least it makes more sense why you would run now. You're out of ammo, out of health. Oh, it actually does the proper loading sequence instead of the deliberate, the fade to blacks that don't do anything. I would argue there probably still isn't as much signposting to justify that you need to go, except for all the military doing it, and then justifying, hey, there's an outpost been overrun, you should run, which I think is what it actually does give you the feel of, because all those enemies never kill each other. Now they actually are. Like, you know, the human race is being torn apart right now.
Mitchell, you copy? We just left Austin, but the streets are either fucked or swarming with those aliens. We'll have to find another way to Brandon Street. And we'll have to find one quickly if we want to get out of the city.
Go ahead, Mitch. I got this covered.
The hell? There's someone on the channel.
I will be watching.
Who the hell was that?
It actually does look like justified as to why. What the fuck? We actually get to see how fucked all this is. Like, well, there's not much war here. It's, you see, there's the sense. Again, you're fighting. The reason it's called the 7-Hour War is that humanity was trivial to the Combine. All of our resources across this entire fucking planet meant nothing to the Combine. Just minor setback. I'm on medium difficulty, so, like, there's actual stakes in losing here, whereas each bullet only took one thing of health. Now I'm actually, like, having to strategize. And running out of ammo, too. Like, there's Humvees around, but not all of them are open or have ammo, so... But then, see proof right there. There's a cop right there. A cop car, but... Again... when was this? Dev Build compiled June 7th, 2025. But see, even though I have all this ammo and all these things here, reminder, I'm not a one-man army. I am still very much... God, it really is the other sense, but redone. See, I have ammo now, but that does not make me a god. That doesn't make me a goddess. Now, at least the justification here is that making this map and the building... Like, you could have a nice transition into the door, but I feel like at least this one particular fade to black, I don't really take as much issue with. 3 hours and 16 minutes into the 7-hour war. God, that looks so much better. And that signposting that there's an elevator up there. Ammo case closed. Plenty of proof for ammo. At least here you can tell that there was a fight that was put out. And there's health and ammo everywhere, which there was not before. But, like, at least you know the military made it to here as an outpost, so it feels justified in you fighting this. And, like, having to stick it out here. All this was so horribly unfinished. None of these doors had, like, doors on them. They were just, like, things that spawned zombies. They were so fucking broken and ruined. You can at least tell that one is permanently broken. Whereas this one actually has a signposting thing. And while we're waiting for this elevator to come down for a few minutes, because it's a pretty tall building, now it at least makes sense why we're fighting things off and why a couple doors have opened. The hordes are onto us. And they're faster military zombies. I know they're like reskins of fast zombies. But see, we at least have a progress bar. Some are suicide bombers. Yeah. Suicide bomber. Fuck. There we go. Good. Shotgun. Almost there. You stay out. See, that crescendo sequence feels so much better. There was no signposting, no time, no sounds to proof that the elevator... Even if you were in the room and the elevator came down, you couldn't hear that the elevator came down. Now, it's still ambiguous that you're not going to hear the doors from a great distance away, but you at least hear the boop that it came down. And now, see, this is 2 maps. Or all 1 map, and that's really important. Now, I know I make a stupid amount of saves, but that's how I've always done it. And see, at least it tells you right here, Left 4 Dead 2 style, here's night vision. At least looking around, I realized the elevator is fucked on both floors. There's a justification now for why one doesn't work and the other does. And we're still being attacked outside. It's just common here because the synths don't see any more human life worth looking at. And see, there's actual humans that are... Shit. Those were zombines. Okay, that's my last thing of health. I don't have any more health recharges for meds. And while weapons are powerful, you're not invincible. Which means that on hard, this would actually be pretty immense. That prompt is kind of weird coming up now, but I guess it makes some sense. Well, this was a weapon I entirely missed, which is entirely possible in this darkness. There we go.
So, you're that sniper, huh? Black Ops?
And you must be Mitchell?
And you must be the one on the radio.
I heard that you guys have a plan about getting out of the city.
Maybe.
I want in.
Why?
Hey, let's make a deal.
I'm listening.
Good. First, let's lower the guns, okay? I can get you to Brandon Street with shortcuts and give you sniper support. But I want in. I'm getting the hell out of this city. Alive. So whatever your plan is, I'm in. When we're out, I'll go my own way. Until then, I'm the only friend you got.
So tell me, Mr. Black Ops, why should I trust you? You guys fucked us over at Black Mesa.
Adam.
What?
My name, it's Adam. And we just followed orders. They sent us to do the job you guys failed to do.
You killed your own people!
Didn't you? By the time we got there, you guys already killed more than half the Black Mesa staff.
That was different.
How? Face it, Mitchell. I did nothing different than you.
At least I didn't backstab my own brothers in arms.
I already told you it was an order. You ever disobey orders? Now I got a question for you, Mitch. How the hell did you make it alive from Black Mesa?
I found my way back. How did you get out, Adam?
Well, I guess I found my way back. So, Mitch, we got a deal or what?
Well, looks like you're in.
All right then, let's get the hell out of this goddamn city.
Okay, I think I know why it does that. It's because it's from the cutscene trigger. In a weird way, even though I know the rest of the story, and those of you who've seen enough probably know how the game plays out and what the actual storyline is, it does. Oh, I need to redo this whole armrest for this keyboard because it's all fucking destroyed from my rage. 3 hours 34 minutes. The idea here is that Adam is right. You guys killed your own thing, and yes, the HECU is to blame. They made the situation at Black Mesa worse. The goal should have been to go up, kill all the aliens as much as you could, get scientists out, and then deal with it afterwards. But the problem was, with the containment at Black Mesa, spilling what would have gone in at Black Mesa, even if it ran the Black Mesa into the ground, would have been a better thing overall than trying to cover it up. Because there's no point in covering up something that big. Sure, it would have maybe shut down Black Mesa, but Aperture, in my opinion, I think was about to go under anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Act 1, Chapter 3, Trust. I have no more pills, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. This is new. This axe was not in the original thing. Fuck you. Fuck yeah. I do want to say, that's the thing. I'm just a soldier. I'm not godlike. So, like, losing health and having it the way it is right now, it at least makes sense. What the fuck I just did? that's a really good thing that I mean, there's a lot of level stuff here that just wasn't there before, and it at least feels a lot more like,
Adam, are you sure this is a shortcut?
That's the fastest way to Brandon Street. Trust me.
Smells like shit.
at least having one there makes sense that they would have it, so... It also seems like maybe they work with the Black Mesa team to have some things. Yeah, at least it feels like the stakes are getting higher. Here's where it gets kind of tricky. I do at least appreciate that while it is night vision, it's not foolproof vision. And I feel like that in and of itself makes it better. While this is a simple puzzle, it does enough to showcase to you exactly why you need to be fucking careful and not be arrogant, because it is so easy for you to just fuck up in this. And like, see, yes, I have turned off the power now. But before I got to that switch, I was in grave danger the whole fucking time. Like, right now, I felt actual genuine fear from what I was doing, because I genuinely don't feel like I have the resources to be able to take on anything at the moment. Even with the weapons that I have, I don't feel... The way enemies run actually feels like there's a genuine threat surrounding you the entire time. And I feel like that's such an important thing to, like, really drive home. Like, this isn't your home anymore, you know. Like, I don't know, even just this little bit here, it at least feels like everything is happening for a genuine fucking reason. Like, let's give a reminder. I have... This is my health right now. That's my 100. I don't have any armor. Like, armor is part of my health. Or fuck. I mean, at least here, it feels like we're genuinely at a disadvantage. I feel like that's such an important thing to, like, really bring home about, like... Let me look at this. I've been playing for incredibly long, but I already feel, like, more immersed in what I was dealing with than before. Like, every time I'm in a room, I think something's gonna jump out or something's gonna fucking kill me. Like, here's turbines for the dam. There's a shotgun. Here's a door. Now we actually have a puzzle of getting the fuck out of here. Like, we have a tunnel here. A maintenance tunnel. But I can't run gung-ho into this because I genuinely don't know what's in each corner of these tunnels. Some of the most horrifying shit in the world could be in these. Oop, hold on. Whoa. Holy shit. Hmm. That's better. Proper sounds for the synths. And see, like, I genuinely don't feel like a super soldier. Like, I genuinely feel like every moment I'm on the run, I am constantly running and hiding to try and get away from this threat. It feels like every battle is my battle. I am fighting for my life. Like, I can't stick around because these guys could come back. And whatever music we have right now, I don't know if it was composed differently, but it feels... That was a gunship. Mind you, I don't have any alternative paths. That's an actual helicopter fighting with it. What's left of an outpost. Yeah. See, this is really what it drives home. Nowhere is safe. Having a little bit of ammo and a little bit of health is only going to do a little bit to help me stay alive for just a slight bit longer. Not for long at all. And this was a trivial place where there used to be hunters here. This was all terribly designed. And it's so much better now. Wait, that's a destroyed helicopter. My only goal right now is to get the fuck out. Squidward rap battle. Squidward or Donald Duck? How's Squidward? Ashley Ramos. Welcome to the stream. That's an interesting question. So there's not going to be anything left. Everyone eyes sharp. We're finding a bit of a remaining platoon. Yeah. Not gonna be much left by the time I get up there. They removed the turret. There's no portal, so at least it feels justified in you running away.
Oh, God! God, oh, man! Oh! 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a feeling that you're gonna come back. 'Cause I got a fe
pause for a minute, but this is pretty impressive. I am thoroughly impressed by the game right now. I am back. Let me just go put my phone on a charger. That's it. Now, I might only extend this to up to 2 hours, so another like 40 minutes. And some people might say, "You're you degenerate gothic piece of trash." Why is? Cause I have to work at night, so I have to say this did convey a sense of urgency, and I think that was really well done.
God! Get on me!
There we go. There we go. You just have to cross over here. There you go, soldiers. Good. Oh, there's actual mines there. You know what? Combine having mines like that at least makes sense. That's a revolver. The sound I just heard is not good. Jesus! Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Hot swap. Make sure we have what we need. Good. Another one on the way. Good. Third. Okay. You're gonna ambush me at every turn. Okay. They're still coming. Run, 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 run. Don't tell me I circled back. There must be a good way out. Get. There's gotta be a way out of here. You know what, asshole? Come here. Something's gonna jump out at me. Okay, so we run around this outer side. We have to get out there. But that just leads us to here, which has a wall. Obviously there's a way out, though, because other people did this. So I need to find out what am I missing? I'm clearly missing something. Oh, it is that. Okay. I wasn't sure. No, 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 no. Those are hunting drones. Those were insta-kill drones years ago. For some reason... Wait, is that him dabbing? That's him dabbing. As an autosave. That, I like that there's a meme about that. Didn't I achieve? You know, they do look like... Wait, yeah, didn't I get some of these? Fresh out of basic, finished boot camp, private dirtbag, from dying. Fucked face, you know, they do look like... Oh, that must be the original. Started the game... Oh, because these are the new builds, so they have different ones. In God We Trust. Death by Claymore. No refund. Play the game for 2 hours. Seven-hour chore. That, God, that was a mess. Oh, 7-hour chore. That's a reference to Snaker's video. There was a knife. Ignored the knife or didn't even know it was there in the prologue. I hunt on a Freeman at 3 a.m. Not clickbait. M203 Master. Shoot at the gunship in the Act 1 canals. Oh, you can kill that! I wasn't sure. But that must be why it hangs around. The subway. At least here the night vision... Yeah, because this was all bright and still had full power and everything. And the elevator doesn't work for a reason. But I feel like here, at least, it feels like there's like an actual justification. Oh, there's like a power box. Like, it actually tells you, hey, you need to get power to this thing, you dumb piece of shit. Oh, they're just right there. Instead of being hidden back here. made the puzzle less bullshit. Oh, that at least opens that door. And through here we meet Colonel Orange Box Juice. Now with 94% orange juice. Back 1, Chapter 4, Underground. There we go. Fuck you. Cold drinks. God is dead. Southwestern Disposal. Got a lot of stuff. Self-storage. You can see it just with how, like, far society's fallen in a couple of hours. Like, that's the thing that really just brings this home. Like, it feels lived in. There we go, we're on a different level with a different station. And see, like, everything feels, like, kind of justified. Like, the other thing, like, it feels like everything feels justified. Like, that crate of pistols could have actually been from the security department down here for the subway. Oh god, no. Shit. And at least with the way these are genuinely being introduced, you don't feel like invulnerable. Every fucking turn feels like you are in some kind of danger. We're at the 2-hour mark on this stream. I really want to go lay down and also just have a little food and water and relax and shower in the morning. And now that I just got my car back, I don't know. Plus, I have this cute little dress I bought for $35 at TJ Maxx. And I really just want to sleep in. And I want to go take my HRT. So, yeah. But that's that. I gotta look at something real quick. But anyways, I think that's gonna be enough for today. So, thank you all for watching. I'm gonna go back to the main menu, and we're gonna play our way out. Anyways, that's the game right now. There's, as you can see, Patreon, Twitter. This is all stuff you're gonna need. These two right here. Also, there is workshop support for a lot of things. There's nothing here. I go to bed. There is an entire workshop thing with a lot of stuff. So, there's a lot of stuff here already, so. Anyways, yep. Forward half of 2 vehicles. Renovation Metro level president's speech. Classic Doom Unt. Oh, with a weapon deselect sound. Earl's frontline. Yeah, there's a lot that's already been added, so. You know, I think Hunt Down the Freeman is starting to really redeem itself, so thank you to Mesa and everyone that's there on the Hunt Down Freeman OWF team. I think we're going to keep playing this, but to the people who are saying that things have changed, they really have. And to this team who's working in their spare time, who has access to the build but doesn't have access to the funds and is doing this for no money outside of Patreon, because Birkenhead is there and still owns the fucking rights to the goddamn thing. The people who are working their ass off for no money just to improve this thing to get it the proper release that it deserves, but are aware of the shittiness and have some self-aware jokes in there. You guys fucking rock, seriously. I'm so glad I spent the dollar just to be able to get into this, and I'll continue subbing until development ceases on this, whenever the fuck that is. I hope it's not for a long time. But you guys have done a great job, so... This has been Trixie, your favorite goth werewolf VTuber, telling you to, stay safe. I'll see you on the other side.